All right, so another just for the voice clip. I think we're gonna end up starting a fucking an episode, a series when it's just our voices, and then I think we should do the YouTube, like that video. I think we should keep that strictly on YouTube, just so we can have better content to offer and have people want to spread out and be more engaged throughout the platforms. You know what I mean?
What are we gonna call Us in the Dark?
Us in the Dark is a scary thing. I don't know, bro. Like, that's what it's called? Us in the Dark. You just fucking named the title, bro. It's Us in the Dark. Literally. Like, if I can imagine being in a fucking closet, pitch black, with a microphone, just trying to think of what the fuck to talk about, having no eye communication. We're just in a black room, a void of nothingness, and we're just talking.
Us in the Dark.
That's what I picture, Us in the Dark, you know?
Right.
No lights, no nothing, just straight insanity. Could you imagine being in nothing but black? Like, you can't see a fucking thing in front of you.
Would you do sensory deprivation? Like, would you go into a tank?
Oh, dude, I've tried. I've thought about it. I've wanted to because they say that the longer you're in... Oh, a sensory deprivation tank? Or one of those things that's like you can hear your own heartbeat kind of thing.
That shit, that's sensory deprivation.
Well, I think isn't there two different things? There's, because I think what you're talking about is like straight up pure black. I think what this room is there's still light, or it might not be light. I think there's an option for you to have light or some shit or not. But I think that you can hear your own heartbeat and you go fucking insane. I think the one you're talking about is like when people go and take mushrooms and shit, or they take like a drug and they go into that chamber and it's like a void of nothingness. You're basically floating. Your mind's fucking blank. When your mind's not blank, but your eyes are closed, your ears are shut off to any kind of sound whatsoever. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you can hear your own heartbeat, because I think the acoustics of the certain room is what allows you to hear your own heartbeat. Mm-hmm. I think that sub-chamber that you're talking about is like just a suspension from all the senses. You know, like all your senses are cut off except for just your mind. You can't hear, you can't see, you can't touch and smell. It's just, you're there. There was so speaking of that, because I guess there's some relevance in like the blackness of shit. Did you hear about how Metallica's song One was formed? Like, what gave them the inspiration for that?
Something besides war?
Actually, no. It was specifically about war. It was like, well, do you know what about though? Like, it was about an actual person. It was a report that I don't know exactly what report it was called, but it was about a specific guy who got blew up by a landmine, and I don't know. I'm hoping it's only a fucking movie, because I would really hope that this wasn't a real thing. But supposedly the guy got blown up, his arms and legs are fucking gone. He can't fucking hear, see, or talk. It's just fucking black. The only thing he can do is tap in Morse code. And I don't even know how he's communicating with Morse code. But all he's tapping in Morse code over and over is kill me.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then like apparently he's left alone. Like the doctors, like nobody basically tries to help him other than keep him alive. And and I think they take away his ability to fucking communicate, because that's all he would fucking say. But that's what I know. I know for a fact that their inspiration was from that story. I don't know if that story is based off of true events or if that's just a movie gimmick that they saw.
No, that shit has to be real.
You know? Shout out to a lot of shit being real that we don't know about until we actually go and do the research for it.
I tried to tell you this a time or two before.
Dude, you know, man.
Metallica was the reason why I wanted to start playing guitars when I was a kid. System of a Down, though, really. Like, going over some of those albums, like, I really forgot that band really influenced me as a guitarist when I was younger. Like, I wanted to be a guitarist from bands like that.
I wanna fuck my way to the... Yeah, that's fucking such a good... Dude, that fucking... Cause, dude, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, listening to the lyrics as a child made no fucking sense. But the way it sounded, a lot of it, what you could decipher from the lyrics, you know what I mean? Like, you gravitated towards. And as a grown adult now, you go back and listen to their fucking albums, and it's like a lot of what's just been magnifying and getting worse and worse as the years go by. You know? And it's like they were singing about this as it was continuing to snowball. Like, this was like a pebble when these guys were singing about it. And how were they singing about it? Because of whatever sources they had, you know, just talking about how they felt. A lot of people thought they were like some kind of anti-whatever, but it's just, they're just singing about how they feel about a situation. And a lot of people took that some way the wrong way sometimes, you know?
It pissed off the government anyways.
I mean, it pissed off the government because, let's be honest, the government was telling us that they were going around and doing all this shit for the name of freedom, when in all reality, now here in 2023, we have come to realize that they have been toppling other people's governments, and we had no idea about it. Now, while all America is looked at as the hated country because they think our people have been solely responsible and in the knowing of what our country has been doing outside of our borders, when in reality, we didn't. We were just like the fucking Romans with their Colosseums all over the place, being fucking distracted from what was really going on outside of our walls. And now that we're here and the point where everyone can communicate, fucking documents are now fucking open to the public to see, but nobody knows how to access them because no one wants to try to. They're all there. I mean, the websites are there. I'm gonna start... Then when I say YouTube, I wanted to start doing more of our faces on YouTube and shit, is because I want to start citing what we look at. I want to start doing stuff that shows the people, hey, if you want to take a look at it, here it is for yourself. I don't want to just talk about this and not have... That's why I kind of wanted to move the Spotify shit from just being only voice to this, you know, and YouTube being the video. That way, hey, you want to fucking check it out?
Source information.
Yeah, I don't want to just be another guy who's talking willy-nilly out of his fucking ears, you know?
He wants the hyperlink, huh?
Hyperlink, bitch. Hyperlink with all the extra. There's going to be a lot of hyperlinks. There's going to be a lot of randomness. Like my sticker. Oh, bitch. Are you Kuromi or are you...
It's Kuromi, dude.
Are you... or are you my... My whatever the fuck. My Melody.
That's Kuromi.
No,
Kuromi
bitch. That's My Melody next to her.
But this is Kuromi worship.
Yeah. Are you a Kuromi guy?
100%, dude.
What got you into Hello Kitty? Girls?
I remember buying a necklace for a girlfriend when I was like 14 years old. That was Hello Kitty.
All right, let's drop the bullshit, man. Let's get to the shit that really matters. What's the shit you used to get involved with just because you were trying to get with the chick? Didn't mean anything to you. You were just like, you know, of course, this was in our toxic adolescent years. I believe every male goes through that, and sometimes they still live in it. But since I'd like to think that you and me are past, well, I'd like to know. I think, fuck, dude, I'm fucking myself here.
Yeah, but I understand what you're trying to say.
Confidently saying we have passed those fucking barriers of toxicity in adolescence. Have you ever purposely went out of your way to like something that you know for a fact you did not like, just for a girl?
I mean, I never shopped at Abercrombie for a girl. Things, like Fallout Boy, you know? Like being just engulfed in that shit like Iron and Wine. The
Iron
Shins.
and Wine?
Yeah.
The fuck is that? Like,
terrible fucking music, man. That's what that
Iron
is.
and Wine? What the fuck is that?
It's a band.
It's a band?
It's a dude.
It's a dude.
It's a short fucker, too.
What does that have to do with anything?
I never would have listened to this music in my life. It was something I had to be subjected to in a relationship.
Well, what does him having to be short have to do? Like, what does him being short benefit? Well, what's the
Because
key
you don't
factor?
know who he is, so I have to tell you that it's a short fucker
That he's just a
plays
short
guitar.
guy. That's it. Why does he have to? Well, what is he just? Why can't he just be a guy that plays guitar? He's just short.
Morning.
How you doing?
Real good. I don't know. I feel like a lot of fans of this music don't know how short that fucker is.
Really?
He's small.
What's his name?
Sam.
Iron and Wine.
Sam something.
His name's Iron.
Just a
and Wine.
regular dude, bro, with a beard playing guitar, short as fuck. I
Like-
mean, I'm short as fuck too, but that dude's smaller than me.
I think I don't even know, bro. At this point, I am just waiting for a lot of things to see how they turn out, And I'm also just still working on our shit, my shit, the shit. You know?
The shit you can change, the shit you're in control of.
Yeah, man, you know. Like working 9-hour days so I can make sure that my fucking November checks are gonna be set. That way I can actually move away from this stuff. I'm trying to put one check towards a life insurance policy.
Shout out that life insurance policy, dude. Shout out that shit.
I'm actually getting more. I started talking to a guy who's gonna allow me to, like, you know, like, because you can't have access to this off of your own fucking shit. You gotta know somebody who has it. It's like a real estate agent. You know, there's only so much. There's only so many things that a real estate agent can do for you that you can't do by yourself. And that's essentially what this shit is. I thought about going into the whole life insurance policy shit. That's not my thing. Like, I can't sell. I'm not about to try to sell life insurance because at the end of the day, most people are so well, for one, I don't speak Spanish, you know.
Okay.
And I feel like a lot of it is, and a lot of it is most Hispanics don't trust you unless you speak Spanish. If the first engagement you have with somebody is English, they already, and they come from Spanish descent, they already are weary about whether or not they can take your word for something. And honestly, if I go to somewhere if I know they're gonna talk to me in Spanish first, and I go and speak English, I know I'm getting charged an extra $20. Fucking fucked. And you tell me that this never happened to you as a no sabo kid? You know what I'm talking about. You go out of your way as a no sabo kid to go do business elsewhere besides a Hispanic owned business, because if you don't speak their language, they are gonna take advantage of you. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, if they got a fucking number, if they got a sign that says how much their services cost, they can't exactly fuck you over. But what I'm saying is, if I spoke Spanish, I could go in there and probably get it talked down to another 10 or 20 bucks, you know, 10 or 15. That's all I'm saying.
I understand, yeah.
But it's like, that goes anywhere, you know? Like, if I were to fucking learn Korean and I went down to fucking little Koreatown off of Bel Air and shit, and I started popping off with them, I'm pretty sure some places might give me the fucking meal for free just because I'm talking to them in their language, you know? So looking at it from that aspect, it's like, that's a lot of shit. It's reality, right? You appeal, not saying you do it for the benefit of getting things for free, but when you're on a level of understanding people and you can communicate them on a level that no one else can, it's a different aspect. And it's hard to do. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I wish, and you know what, maybe I will one day learn how to speak more than just one language. I don't know how disciplined I feel like I am to learn a different language, dude. I don't know how confident are you in learning another language?
Don't have space for it right now.
Exactly. And I'm not saying that I'm ignorant to it. It's just, I don't think I could dedicate the time to actually remembering any of this shit I'm gonna come across. You know what I mean? It's a fucking whole language. I'm better off spending a fucking social experiment in a year live streaming my year at a country that I speak no fucking language of, and see how long it takes to actually start picking up on shit. Like, you know, just like a fucking toddler that you just throw in the pool and then they learn how to fucking swim or hold their breath.
Is that what you're gonna do to your kid?
No, it's what I'm gonna do to myself. Just gonna throw myself into a country I have no fucking language knowledge of and just see if I can absorb the information within a matter of a year.
Cultural differences, man. You'll never know.
Yeah.
I remember reading this one thing from a woman who was a foreign exchange student in Japan, and she ended up studying abroad and going to Japan. She wrote this study about the differences of sex life and cultures between America and Japan. How she had a really hard time not offending her partners because the expectation there is kind of just effortless. Like, dudes were offended that she moved and touched them and stuff like that.
Like in Japan?
Yeah.
Oh.
She said that it was a really hard thing to understand and break out of.
She came from being an American to Japan.
She was in college. She went to go study abroad in Japan, and when she had partners, and she would like change positions or try to like touch them,
They'd get all freaky.
they would like feel disrespected.
Really?
Yeah,
That's odd. That I wonder where that comes from. That's
just their culture.
I mean, you gotta think about it, dude. These guys were slashing themselves with swords like a couple hundred years ago. You know what I mean?
That's fucked up.
But is that not historically accurate?
That's fucked up.
I mean, we were all literally slashing ourselves to death a fucking few centuries ago.
Okay, honestly, yeah.
Like, I mean, it's crazy when people think that there really isn't a lot of major changes that need to start going on, you know? Like, there's a big sentient change that needs to happen. Like, I feel like the sentient awareness of humans is very meek compared to the primordial instincts we want to be holding on to. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of that is because of the profiteering off of that. People profit off of the instability of people's minds, bro. An unstable mind is a profitable mind, if you think about it like that.
Never heard that said before. Interesting.
Really, that's just the way I've been looking at it from now on. Like an untreated mind, like an unstable mind, you're gonna profit from that. Because at the end of the day, yeah, go ahead, man. Oh shit, yeah, go ahead. But
No, keep it right here.
But you know, and that's the hard part about it is, it's easier to just go about the things that no one's questioning. And when you go about trying to question it, you're fucking up what money flow is going on with everyone else. You know what I mean? Like the whole apple a day keeps the doctor away shit.
Who said it?
Who do you think said that? Who do you think says that, bro?
Who's
Who do you think?
benefiting?
The motherfuckers who sell apples, bitch. That's who fucking... You know, every time I say that, you know, everyone's first response is the doctor. You know that. I actually... You go fucking do a little social experiment, motherfucker. Go and ask people. You want to know what kind of world we're in? And ask them, who do you think made the term an apple a day keeps the doctor away? And you'd be surprised that the fucking people say a doctor. Oh, the doctor said that. No, it's the people who sell fucking apples. Because those are the ones who are making money from it. You know who fucking told me that? My fucking drill sergeant. When I was 1 years old, dude.
Changed his life, huh?
Changed my fucking life. Changed my fucking life, dude. He said, you know what, dude? That's fucking smart. I said, holy shit, dude. Is that really how this fucking world works? An apple a day keeps a doctor away. Isn't because they want me to be fucking healthy. They want me to buy fucking apples. Holy shit. That's when and honestly, dude, I realized that at the worst time. I was on basic training when I fucking learned that, dude. Can you imagine how fucked I was in the evolution of me turning into an actual trained killer? Learning how to actually set my emotions aside. This is off. We're not live. But I could go live if I wanted to. Fuck it. You know what? I really could. I can go fucking live right now. I can do that IRL shit, bro.
You know...
But let's get back to it. It would, like, learning, and I think that's the hardest part about it too, is like understanding that you were supposed to be this thing in the military, and then when you get out you think you still are adhering to this shit and you're not. But it's really crazy how sometimes I find myself able to actually just put my emotions aside and just be like, you know what, if it got, like, I was thinking about that the other day. You know, it's like there are so many veterans, former military people in this country. Like, could you imagine what would happen if war would have touched down on this fucking soil? Like, imagine. It would be utter chaos. Because I'll tell you this, it wouldn't be, in my personal opinion, if I could see it going the way it was gonna go, like a shit show. Like the country we actually had war on this fucking country. It would not be a war against it would be an all-out war against everything. I strongly believe that veterans would get to listen to me, dude, I'm not fucking around. I firmly believe that if war ever hit American soil, that American troops, ex-soldiers, Marines, Air Force, all of them, anybody who served prior military, would be getting together, and they're like, you know what, dude, soil fucking war has finally hit our fucking homeland. Shit's gone fucking sour. Our politicians have fucking failed us because it never should have gotten to this point. And I tell you this right now, dude. Every fucking prior military would probably get together, learn how to communicate on that fucking in a fucking strategical way that we would start taking back the country. Literally. From the fucking foreign invaders and the fucking domestic terrorists that have fucking created the environment for us to actually get to that point.
See, but then, like, you're trying to say that it would be a we, but I'm also telling you that it wouldn't be a we because it'd be a specific group of people that are in power still.
Oh, of course.
But, like, also alternatively, like, what I think about when you say this is the difference of what it's like, what it would be like if war were to touch here compared to what's happening in the civil war over there, Israel, Palestine. Because, like you said, there's a lot of veterans. And even there are, like, a lot of people that aren't veterans that are fucking strapped with tons of guns. You know what I mean?
Like 170-something collection.
Yeah. And those...
armories, basically.
People are just going to fucking come out in the street just armed to their teeth. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's a very different thing.
It's a very different thing. But I think the whole reality of it is people would have to understand that that would be... It would never just happen on a whim. Like, that would be sleeper cell shit happening here. Like, if war was going to break out in America anytime soon, I'd tell you this right now. The troops would already be here. They're already here if that's the case. Who we're going to be fighting is here. They're already in the fucking soil if that's the case. Personally, if that's what I believe.
You don't go over there. The Greens Point area, there's 2 bases. Usually pretty quiet, you know, but they're
active now, huh?
Driving around the machines and shit.
Oh yeah, they're making sure that the fucking equipment's working properly. Fucking what's it called? Ready status is what they're calling it.
That's what it is?
Ready status, bitch.
Yeah, they drive the fucking... And they just do little circles and shit. I've seen them drive all the fucking shit.
I think it's stupid that they're considering women for the fucking draft. I think we've hit an all-time low when it comes to what's going on in other people's foreign affairs. And for them to want to basically deplete our nation's power even more by saying that women are now going to be looked at as being draftable, I think that's very fucking shameless. I think the fact that, and I get it, in their minds, when they say draft, they're going to draft women for non-combat environment MOSs. But all that means is that you're literally taking men and you're basically taking men out of the safe jobs and forcing them to have combat Siri jobs. Like, no longer can a guy go and be like, I want to fucking sign up and be I want to push paper in the military. He's probably going to end up, for the next few years, they're going to be like, we only got Bravo series, we only got infantry, we only got combat, we got field artillery, we got all that shit.
So you think there's now going to be a gender bias?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's already a gender bias. The closest that a woman can get to fucking battle, actual combat, was combat MPs. Like, that's why basic training was co-ed. When I went to basic, I trained with females and males. So, like, a lot of females that wanted to see combat purposely went into being a combat military policeman because that was the closest they would get to a firefight. Like going down and deploying into Afghanistan and shit like that. And I'm not saying that women shouldn't be going into battle and all that other stuff, but when you look at the examples of what can fucking possibly happen, the outcomes of what happens to me if I'm fucking captured in a fucking war zone versus what happens to a female if they're captured in a fucking war zone, I guarantee you I'm either gonna die faster or that person or that female's not going to be.
I'm gonna die faster, huh? What?
Well, you'll be dying for sure, but you never know what's gonna happen with that lady.
What I end up thinking about is things that haven't been resolved. What the fuck? Things that haven't been resolved, like that one teenager that was in Fort Hood and she was being raped and shit, and then they ended up killing her and somebody else. Remember?
Oh, dude, I'm gonna tell you this right now. that's something that needs to, and that's what, and that goes back to this whole sentient shit and the whole primordial shit, dude. It's all about these fucking men that think that it's okay to do these things, man. It's fucking it's passed down mentalities from really, really shitty men. And I'll tell you this right now, dude. In the military, it doesn't make shitty people better. It makes shitty people more shitty, dude. I promise you that. When you're a good guy and you join the military, you're still a good guy. But if you're a piece of shit and you join the military, you're an even bigger piece of shit, because now you're a dangerous piece of shit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's what sucks about the military.
An empowered piece of shit.
An empowered piece of shit. Not simply just through mentalities, but through actual physical training now. This person has been physically trained to take life and been mentally trained to fucking put it to the back of their head. That's a dangerous combination. From somebody that didn't already have compassion and consideration, now they're gonna go out into this environment where they look at women as sex objects and shit. Because a lot of men do look at women as objects, bro, and I don't understand that. I have fucking yet to... Honestly, dude, it kind of scares me when I will get that person on my podcast face to face. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to do, I don't want to do face to face podcast shit until we have a spot. Because in all reality, if there's somebody who pops off with some shit I don't agree with, I want to be able to confront them. And I don't want to have my, what's up, bro? And I don't want to have my fucking living space exposed because of it, you know? But I do want to start exposing these guys. Like, don't you think it's time that we start asking these guys, why do you see women like this? You know? I know, like, Andrew Tate's one of those guys. Like, apparently he's a real piece of shit, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he talks about women like they're objects. A lot of guys say he talks about a lot of good things, but in my opinion, you can't talk about good things and then talk about one fucking really horrific thing and then expect to be considered a good guy still. That's like you saying how you respect women and you should always protect a woman and all this other shit. But if you feel like having sex with a woman, she shouldn't be allowed to say no if you guys are involved in a romantic relationship. That's something very fucking stupid. And I think that that's exactly how he talks. I feel like I've seen clips on that. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm never going to want to do something for propaganda or for clout. Like, if it's going to be for clout, it'll be like smashing a fucking Spider-Man collector's edition fucking box, you know? But it's not going to be to say, oh, I think women just need to follow the fucking line and do what they're told and shut the fuck up, because most of the times they make shit worse. You know? That's how a lot of men think. A lot of men think that women are only there to make things worse so that a guy's there to make it better. That's how they think. That's how they I used to operate like that a little bit. I used to think that my job was to get with somebody who could not operate at the same level as me, because my job was to let her know she could not do anything better without me. I thought that's how a man's role was. I'm not trying to be funny or anything else like that. That's how I was brought up to think a guy was supposed to be. You can't fucking do shit without me, and if you want to be with me, it's because you know you can't do these things, and I'm doing them for you.
Very toxic.
It was very fucking toxic, dude. And why, you know, like, that's the energy I put into the world was the energy I got back. That's why I have 3 daughters that now I have to learn and try to teach that regardless of how I act. I'm a dude, I speak on this because it's not easy. Being a first generational gentle parent is not easy. You're gonna need counseling later on when your kids are older, dude. That's the fucking reality of it, because your slip-ups are costly to them. They're not as damaging as you continuing to be who you were back then, but as you slip up, as your kid's still growing, and when they become a young adult, you've got to take them to therapy. You've got to let them know, hey, while you were being raised, I fucked up a lot because I'm still learning how to do this. And you, as my first kid, all of my children, I was learning how to not snap. And the snaps that I did have to make, they weren't okay, and I think that some of them have damaged you a little bit, and I need to let you know that that's not what goes around. And honestly, sometimes parents just saying that doesn't help kids. It makes them feel like they're even more fucked up. And what kind of answers do they have now other than, well, my parent did the wrong thing, and now I have to figure out what's the right thing?
The best thing you can instill is
What is it? Tell me, a guy who's got no kids.
the one thing was it wasn't your fault that the shit happened, but it's now your problem, right?
Yeah.
And so then with the problem, you have to accept and overcome and not let it define you. And that's just like with everything in life, not just things, decisions you made, so on and so forth. That's anything in their life.
Yeah.
Relationships they have, friendships they have, jobs they have. Things are going to happen to you and it's not your fault. But you have to deal with it. You know what I mean?
I agree. And I think that's exactly what people don't do, is they don't deal with it. They brush it away. And, you know, I watched this one female, I gotta remember her podcast, but she talks a lot about how, and she's a therapist. This woman's a therapist. So it was crazy because she said that in the beginning of her practice, she started noticing a pattern of women really don't like to take accountability for their actions. You know what I mean? And it's crazy when she started talking about it, she's like, and my example for this is because when I started my practice and when she began and she started doing couples counseling, she would start with the husband and the wife, and as it would go and the counselor would confront the person about something and having them hold themselves accountable for something, they stopped going. They started talking to their husband like, oh, the counselor's agreeing with you, they're only siding with you. The sense of taking accountability for what they're doing, for what they're saying, their body language, the backhanded comments that they may not even know that they're doing, they don't want to hold themselves accountable for the fact that they're doing it because they don't want to admit that they are adding to the problem of a problem that they see is only supposed to be on a one-sided thing. So when they see that they are part of the problem, they don't want to hold themselves for that. It's like, no, I shouldn't be. They don't expect them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's the harsh reality of it is. I think that's why a lot of marriages fail. My marriage failed because of that. I'm sorry if you're hearing this, dude, but my marriage failed because of the fact that you thought that that's how it was supposed to go. And I tried my hardest to stay involved and stay with my hopes high, but, you know, after constantly, look, and I'm not saying this out of spite. I'm saying this because I think a lot of men and a lot of women need to understand what they say and do. You know, like when guys are trying to get out of a relationship and there's not a way out, you know, a lot of the times I think that when guys want out of a relationship, a lot of women think it's because there's someone else. And I think a lot of it isn't because of that. I think a lot of that has to do with experiencing someone else and seeing how there's a different light of people and a personality to them, and seeing that if someone's willing to do some changing, then why not stay with that person? But if no one's willing to change and you're trying to ask for a change in your life, why stay with that person? It's common sense, man. And I don't think that most of these younger adults know how to shut the fuck up and just let kids live their lives. You know that most adults don't even know about their brain forming until 25? And you've got adults telling kids by the time they're fucking 20 because they barely got a job, when are you going to start finding somebody to settle down with? When are you going to start having kids? All before they're fucking 25. Doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why would I tell my daughters to try to make any life-changing decisions or settling decisions before they're 25? Before their brain even stops forming? Before they know what the fuck they even are as a person?
Or at least set it as an expectation.
Yeah.
If they, within their own will and volition, do find and tell you that they're set on something.
Well, you know, the thing...
But it's different from you being a parent authorian and then setting this expectation of them, you know?
You know, the thing that I'm trying to understand, and I need to realize is, my kids are not going to be exposed to the same shit that I was. And unfortunately, it's a different lifestyle that they're going to have. Especially with me learning about this whole life insurance policy shit, dude. Like, I'm serious, dude. Like, I've been rattling my brain for like the last year and a half trying to figure out how it all works. And somebody finally sat down with me and explained to me how it works. Today, I actually have to put in my fucking info. I've been pushing it off so hard. I need to do it today. But Like like why put money into a bank when I could just put it into this thing and learn how to fucking maneuver within it myself. You know what I mean? And like that's what I'm really waiting for right now. Like November is gonna be the time that I put the money into it. You know, like I put the checks, I can start using it and get myself out of this debt. Wait till income tax season comes next year around coming. Put that money back more into the life insurance policies. Start really making a difference. Like if I'd had known about this 2-3 years ago, I probably wouldn't even be at the store anymore, dude. Shit you not. We probably would have, I'm not even gonna lie, dude, come within this next year, now that I found this shit out, we might have this fucking spot. We might have this post-oak location. I'm not shitting around, dude. I might have a whole fucking setup there where my shit's there. Where my fucking PC's there, I go there to fucking stream. Like, you know, like that's my goal. My goal is to have my home be my peace of mind so that when I go home, I don't have to worry about anything. And if I do want to stream every now and then, I'll have the capability of it. But like actually getting away and being able to be loud without worrying about anything around me. And maybe one day if I have a big enough house, have it within my home so I don't have to worry about anything like that. Don't have to drive. Have a good enough thing where I can have people that are well known and come and be on the podcast. It's a vision, it's a goal. I plan on working towards it, and the life insurance kind of just makes it more a little bit obtainable, you know? And I think that a lot of people, like our generation, have been fucking up with this whole it's too good to be true shit when we look at it in the wrong aspects. We look at it from televisors and marketers and all this other shit. And the guy that was telling me about the life insurance policies put it into a good perspective. Which was, I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, you know, like right now, the system for life insurance may not always be there. You know, if things change within the country, it may not be what happens anymore, you know? So in a sense, it was kind of like Bitcoin. Look at how Bitcoin was only momentary. And people took advantage of the momentary access to it. And now that it's no longer at that same accessibility, nobody can actually profit from it. So in a sense, it is like these life insurance policies. When too many people start utilizing it to that point, they're not going to be there anymore.
My dad says there's a lot of actors that lost money in Bitcoin, and that's why they're still doing shit. People like Danny DeVito. All aside the point. The biggest thing I could tell you, life insurance policy, is...
If you know anything about it, I'll take it. I'll take your...
No, the only thing I'm going to tell you is you better know how to draw from it.
And that's why I want to do my research, because learning how to draw from the whole... And it's a whole life insurance. It's called Whole Life. Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to learn is exactly that, how to draw from it.
You can put into it, but how do you draw from it? Does it have to be a certain time of year? How much does it get took, you know?
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, apparently, this is nothing that's like the life insurance policies that are provided to us. Like I said, I can't get this unless I'm talking to somebody who can provide it for me. So I really have to, like I said, it takes trust. I mean, the person that I'm talking to now he's in the media, you know, like he's actually out there talking about it. So that's the only reason why I feel trustworthy enough to follow his advice, is because at the end of the day, I don't feel, and he's first generational shit too. Like we talked about having him on the podcast and shit, you know? Because I was like, I think a lot of people could benefit from what you have to say if it's really going to help people benefit and not just, you know, like a fucking scam. Because at the end of the day, if you're just trying to get a fucking insurance policy from me and you're not going to... And like you said, he was like, I will help you. I'll walk you through the steps on how to do this. I said, all right, I'll give you that shot, because at the end of the day, everything I've been trying hasn't worked. And if what you're saying has solid results, which... If you're saying that there's a way for me to borrow from this policy and pay it back without having to put back as much where I would versus a bank, because that makes a lot of sense, dude. Like, why borrow money from a bank? I'm gonna have to fucking put that shit back, and I'm paying way more than what I borrowed. If this life insurance policy, like you said, is being able to pull out from it the proper way and not get fucked, then why not do it? And if I have the capability of putting back into it, do it, right? Next year, income tax season comes. Being able, and another thing is putting so much into it to where I can actually start having interest gained from it.
Yeah,
that's the goal. The goal right now is to be able to get the policy, get myself out of debt so that I can start putting more money towards the policy. Does that make sense? Because once I get that debt cleared, dude, it's fucking game over. Game over, dude. Literally, I fucked myself. You know what? Can I even say I fucked myself? Let's put this into perspective. Fucking working here, right? I don't make a lot of money. I like what I do, though. It's unfortunate that what I do as a profession does not pay well. It should pay well, in my opinion. But long story short, because everything's gotten more expensive, and I bank with the bank, right? I go and ask this bank for money. They say, no, you can't get it. I really need it. Don't have any other choice, right? What do? Go get a fucking payday loan. Well, payday loan is paying the interest without paying anything off the actual account. That's eating away at my check. So that was the first step. Anyways, the long story short is I fucking had to get all these loans out because the bank that I banked with couldn't give me the approval, which for some reason makes no fucking sense to me. Because why do I have to be a veteran to bank with these guys if you can't overlook what my credit score looks like? Because if you're going to look at my credit score just like everyone else would, what is the X factor of me being a veteran to bank with them? Part of me has thought about literally getting a lawyer for this, bro. Because I am in a spot where I am paying everything and it's not doing anything for me. And I told the bank this. I was like, I'm in this situation because you guys didn't approve me a $3,000 loan. And now because I had to ask for that $3,000 somewhere else, and granted, why did that place give me a $3,000 loan when the fucking bank that I've been with for years, that I've made constant good payments on my fucking credit cards and car, could not say, because your credit score is not that great, but you've had a good history with us alone, we'll give you that chance. That's what I thought credit companies were like. You know, credit unions at least. I thought that's how they operated.
No, it's in turn what you got was reality, which is I can give you this $3,000. I'm gonna charge you a shitload in interest to make money off of you.
Well, no, the thing about that is I didn't even get that. I couldn't even get the $3,000 from these guys.
You went somewhere else.
I had to go to a fucking cash store to get a fucking loan, bro.
You went somewhere else that's charging you a shitload of money, and so in turn they're getting a shitload of money off of you because you're a risk, quote unquote. You know what I mean?
I guess so. But why am I looked at as a risk from somebody that's going to give me the money, but the bank that I have isn't going to give me that money?
Because they're going to get a shitload of money off you.
The bank?
No,
or these payday loans?
The fucking payday loans.
So why wouldn't the fucking bank that I have give me that $3,000 that I need? I'm still going to pay them back that $3,000 with interest, right? That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, why? It doesn't make any fucking sense. That's why part of me has thought about getting a lawyer and being like, why do I need to be a veteran to bank with you guys if you don't fucking look anything over than the fact of my credit score? They say, oh, well, it's because we offer you rates. How do I can't apply for the rates. I don't approve of them. Like, that's why, dude, I shit you not, dude. I've really thought about getting a lawyer for this because it makes no fucking sense to me. It makes no sense. Why do I have, you couldn't fucking get that. I mean, yeah, probably because your dad's prior military. But I mean, like, anybody off this fucking street, if they didn't fucking serve any time in the service or their parents didn't serve any fucking time, they couldn't bank with fucking Navy Federal. So why the fuck is it that I have to have that credentials first before I bank with them? And when I'm in a fucking and I fucking called these people on the phone applying for a loan. I'm in a fucking emergency. I need this money. I haven't fucking asked for a loan. None of that shit. My credit cards have never been fucking late in a matter of a year. And nothing. Now here I am fucking fucked. Part of me is like, can I get a lawyer? Is a lawyer willing to fucking do something about it? Because at the end of the day, how many people are just like me that have asked to get a fucking loan from a credit union because they were veterans and thought that because they were veterans, they would have a special circumstance of being overlooked? Not everybody can get this fucking banking account. So what is the thing? And like, if your rates are like, oh, we offer the lowest rates around, that doesn't mean anything. You're sending me emails to fucking apply for these things, and I apply for them and I get denied. Now my inquiry's getting hit, my shit's going down more. There's gotta be something there has to be something, dude.
But this story is very valuable to people, especially like generation beneath us. This is a very valuable lesson.
It is.
That you're in place. Because it's what, but like,
it's the expectation of what they print. It's what they paint. It's the image of what they're giving you, of what they're trying to sell you. Hey, if you're a veteran, come bank with us because we'll fucking take care of you. We offer the lowest rates. It doesn't say we will look past your shitty credit score. Hey, guess what? If you're fucking divorced, 10 years split, you got 3 kids to take care of, good fucking luck, asshole. We don't fucking care about your honorable discharge. We don't give a fuck about your service. Fucking eat shit and die. Literally, I'm waiting for them to fucking tow my car at any point in time, dude. Because I've told them, I can't fucking pay you. I can't. All of my money has gotten taken from the people that would give me fucking money because you assholes wouldn't give me the fucking money. You know I'm still waiting for my fucking audio call logs from them because I said I need my fucking phone calls from you guys. This is fucking ridiculous. I said I'm gonna get a fucking lawyer and I'm gonna fucking and I know they're going through my phone calls right now to see what the fuck's going on. Because I've told them, I have tried for over a year and a half to get a fucking loan from you guys, both by myself and with my fucking, at the time, wife. Both of our fucking incomes combined with fucking over $55,000 a year made, we can't get a $3,000 fucking loan? That's fucking bullshit, dude. I feel like there has to be a lawyer somewhere in this fucking state that's willing to take this shit to court. There is no fucking way that anybody can be like, you can't be a Joe Schmo. Can't be a Joe Schmo and have this bank account. But if you need a loan, you better have fucking 800 or something plus credit score. Because it doesn't matter your fucking veteran status. You're looked at as anyone else off the fucking street. Your credit score is just like everyone else. My veteran status doesn't mean shit. So why are they looking at our fucking credit score? That's the argument I want to try to fucking have a lawyer listen to me to. Why are you looking at my credit score when you're not, when my veteran status, when my DD-214 is what the fuck I need to have a bank with you guys? Do you look at my credit score to have a bank first? No, you look at my fucking DD-214. Why are you still looking at my credit score? Why aren't you looking at the history I have with your bank alone, not with just the fucking score alone? Like, that's the shit, dude. Part of me wants to fucking audit Navy Federal and be like, how many accounts do you guys just close out because you don't bother to fucking help anybody with them? You know, my account's officially closed out. I have credit cards and my fucking car loan. That's it. And I'm waiting for this fucking car loan to either get taken or for something else to happen so that I can fucking get a goddamn consolidated debt. And I honestly, like I said, I'm just gonna start putting my money towards that life insurance policy to finally get myself out of that. That whole be your own banking structure is literally what it is. I have to be my own fucking bank to get me out of this fucking slump, dude. And that's the shitty reality of it is. Nobody should have to be fucking thinking that they could go to a bank and get taken care of and find out that they've fallen on their fucking ass, left completely alone, no help whatsoever. And I gotta help my fucking self, dude.
Yeah, ultimate reality.
That fucking sucks. And it isn't unless I'm fucking, and I'm sorry to say it like this, dude, you can fucking come at me, cancel my fucking podcast, however you want. These motherfuckers with generational wealth, and I'm talking about the people who fucking enslaved Mexicans and fucking blacks and fucking had them picking cotton, fucking getting slaughtered, all that shit, dude. Those motherfuckers are the only ones that can say they've never had to actually fucking struggle and had the fucking rug pulled from underneath them. You know, I actually saw an interview with somebody. They were a child of they were first generation Asian over here, dude. And you know that the cities purposely they wouldn't allow Asian Americans to fucking have businesses in white neighborhoods. Did you know that? They purposely put Asian business owners in black neighborhoods. And they purposely denied black owners to have businesses in their own neighborhoods. Systematically, this fucking place is not meant for us, dude. But you know what? They don't like it when we use their fucking rules. They don't like it when we use their fucking combos. Morning, man. It's like somebody, it's like that, dude. And as a fellow gamer, I know what that feels like. And it's really shitty that I felt like that, but that gets pushed onto a bigger scale than just a fucking video game. You know what I mean? Because feeling envious that someone else has learned a combo to a fucking game that now is putting them in a little bit more of a competitive edge because they learned that combo, and now you're mad at the fact that they know that shit. That's that fuck mentality. That's really fucked up that a lot of people are like that in this world. Predominantly are the old white fucking people. that are like, you shouldn't be doing that. But it's that whole classy if you're rich, but trashy if you're poor shit. I'm fucking trashy if I try to pull out my own life insurance policy because I can't make it on my own. But it's fucking classy if they do it because that's what they do. But they're supposed to make us feel like we're fucking losers for that. That's the fucking mentality that's the mental warfare we're in right now, dude. And that's what I just fucking came aware to. Is that fucking mental warfare that we're a part of that I'm so good at, I wasn't knowing how to play it thoroughly. Because I was playing it on a personal level instead of a fucking spiritual level. Now everyone is, and I'm fucking ready to play, dude. It's just shitty that how many people have not gotten to that point that didn't let this happen and they fucking sank and they're on the fucking streets. They lost their fucking kids. You know, dude, that could have been me. Literally could have been me. If I wasn't able to actually sit down with my ex-wife and be like, look, I don't think there's any need for fucking child support to be a part of this. Whatever the kids need, I will pay half of. I will go get some notarization shit. We'll do that. I don't want to be on the mercy of a system that doesn't give a fuck about me or our family. And luckily, that was an agreement. Most people don't have that, dude. My checks probably would have gotten garnished. And I probably wouldn't even be able to afford a fucking apartment. That's a lot of men out there right now. So I'm just trying to fucking speak. Dude, maybe I can get to the point where other people know about this.
Or at least be an influence on people that are going through it.
Yeah. What the fuck is this? That's it for the day, guys. I'm surprised we did an hour on that. But, you know, bro, I'm glad we got to talk. It was always
It's always
good.
enlightening.
It is, man. And honestly, it's I look forward to the video podcast next. I think we're going to do two a week, man.
Us in the Dark also sounds nice, dude.
Us in the Dark is Mondays. We don't know what the fuck we're going to get into for the week. And then we got the podcast. We'll just, some shit. All right, we'll catch y'all later, man. Y'all have a good day. This is Robin Graves and my co-host.
Caught you.
Y'all have a good one, man. Stay safe. You stay classy. Later.